Hi everybody, it's Kristin and happy Topic Tuesday to you. I know that you just saw a haul from me on Sunday, but in which I said I wasn't going to buy much for a while. But I went to Walgreens on Saturday, so yesterday for me, and saw a bunch of new products that a lot of people have been, well, actually the lip products a lot of people were talking about, but I hadn't heard really anybody talk about the eyeshadows that I picked up or the eyeshadow sticks as far as I know. And I thought, you know what, I didn't get any of the new stuff back in December when the whole slew of new stuff came out, so I thought I would just get some of these, share them with you, and apply a few of them and kind of give you my first impression. So that's what we're doing for Topic Tuesday today. So the first two things that I want to show you are the new Covergirl Flamed Out Shadow Pots. And they come like this. They do not come sealed, by the way, so anybody could open up and stick their little finger in this. I think I got to Walgreens shortly after they put this out because the display was full of products. So because the display was full of products, I thought, well, what's a girl to do? So I picked up two of them. The first one that I picked up is in number 330, and the color is not on the back. I looked it up though, and this is Melted Gold. I have the swatch on my finger, so I'm trying not to use that finger. Trying to be efficient and whatnot. So there's that, and that's the top color right there. And then this one is in 355 Scorching Cocoa. So that's that one there. That's that one there. So there they are next to each other. So I looked online to see, like, what's the deal about these? Why does anybody care about these shadow pots? It didn't really say much aside that they were supposed to be blendable, glittery and sparkly, and that they do have a lot of brighter colors. I, of course, picked the taupe-ish colors or the neutral colors because that's just what I'm going to wear, and if I'm going to try something out for you guys, I want it to be something I'm actually going to wear. So those are the colors that I picked. Two of the other things that I picked up from that CoverGirl area, or the only two other things I picked up, are two of the Flamed Out Shadow Stick pencils. The two colors that I picked up are 335 and 350, and I do have to say I don't like that the colors aren't on here at all. But 350 is Melted Caramel Flame, and these were sealed in plastic. Both of these are very Kristin colors. Right there. And then the other one is Ashen Glow Flame. And that, you know, it's kind of like a gunmetal with a little tiny bit of olive green, if that makes any sense. It looked kind of taupe-like to me though, so, you know. So these are said to be a gel shadow and liner in one. Never heard of a gel shadow, but I mean, it's just a shadow stick. I find their descriptions amusing. And there are 10 shades of this one, and it says creamy formula for smooth application. So we will see. I think that I'm not going to use it as a base. I will probably maybe use it as a liner underneath, just because I want to see how these shadows apply without any sort of base aside from primer potion. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? I'm going to take the first one, number 330, and I'm just using a MAC 239 brush. Tap that off. There's definitely some sparkle, but not like full-on glitter, I wouldn't say. And it did blend nicely over the lid. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like so far. I'm going to take my Chic Naturals in brown tones, and I'm going to use that as a transition color. I'm just going to use a MAC 222 brush, because that's what I happen to have right here. So one of the claims is that it's very blendable. So we'll just see about that, shall we? So I'm going to take a MAC 217 and I'm going into the darker of those two colors. Tap it off. And I'm kind of using my little stamp method But I want it a little bit wider, so instead of going this way with the brush, I'm going this way. Hopefully that makes sense. I would say, now normally I wouldn't use a shimmer and a shimmer together. I'm doing this for the sake of the video. Normally if I have shimmer all over my lid, my crease color would be matte. But, you know. I'm going to take my 222 brush again and just use that to blend everything out. All right, I'm going to use the shadow stick in 350, which was this one, and I'm just going to run that underneath. I want you guys to see. Oh, I'm trying to use up a Bobbi Brown concealer, and I can see that. Ugh, I hate that thing. It feels cool when you're applying it. So that's interesting. I have to say I don't love it with that base color. I like it with the darker, but I don't like it with the base color. But, you know, it's on now. What are you going to do? It's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. Boy, you guys are getting some Kristin ramble in this one. All right, I'm going to put some Brulee on and finish the other eye, and then I'll come back and show you the other things I got. Okay, so two of the other things that I purchased were some of the new Apocalypse from Rimmel. A lot of people have been talking about these. Kathleen in particular I have seen. And I'm just breaking the seal. The one that I picked up, the two that I picked up, this one is in Aurora. There's some serious color here. So it looks like this, and that's... Holy moly, that's a lot of color. And then this one is in Luna. That's a peachy kind of color. Today for my blush I use Blush All Day from MAC, kind of a neutral one, so I could kind of use whatever. I think I'm going to try to use this one, this Aurora, and we'll just do a little, get out of mirror, a little light dusting. Dusting, you can't dust. You know what I'm saying. A light application. It smells interesting. It doesn't smell fruity or sweet. I like the wand on it. It's nice. This is what I always do. I feel like it really gets the color into your lips. So there, that's pretty bright. But I like it. I have to check it out to make sure you know. But I like it. So we will see how those wear. I'm going to see how the shadows wear. I'm going to see how the lips wear. And then I will come back and do just a real quick kind of update for you. Sorry, my hair is kind of a mess. A real quick update for you. I do want to show you the other things that I purchased were two of the polishes from the new Sinful Shine with Gel Tech. So I grabbed VIP and Alfresco. I think this is the one I saw Prissy talk about. And then I picked up, I love this, I like this line, the Revlon Color Stay line, and this one is in Trade Winds. It's a nice nude color. And then this, I had not seen this before. It's Brilliant Strength from Revlon, so same kind of shaped bottle. And this one is kind of a brighter peach in Provoke. All right, so I'll be back with an update in a little bit. Okay, so it is about 4 hours later from when I put this on. We have been to church and home and lots of chit-chatting and fellowshipping and whatnot. So you can see that it has worn off a little bit. Look, I chipped my nail at some point. So I'm looking at it in the viewfinder, so I apologize, I'm not looking at you. But it definitely has worn off, but it has been 4 hours, and it's not a stain or anything. It just simply says a lip lacquer, show off lip lacquer. So I'm impressed with this, I have to say. What I'm going to do now is reapply it. And sometimes with things like this, especially this liquid lipstick sort of thing, it will go down into my fine lines around my lips, and it has not done that at all, that I can tell. So sometimes that might happen upon reapplication too. So I'm going to reapply it, and then I will be back at a little bit later of a date or later of a time. And my eyes, they haven't creased or moved at all. My eyes look exactly the same. So that's good. So I'll see you in a few hours. Last check-in of the day, it is 4 o'clock, and I wanted to report back that the lip gloss did not, as I reapplied it, it did not sink into any lines or anything at all. So that's awesome. And as I looked at it in the mirror just before I came back on camera, it's almost like it, I feel funny like leaning up here, but it's almost like it created its own little kind of barrier. So I found that interesting. And I want to show you, if I can wipe this off enough to show you, there's like a funny little hole in the middle of the wand there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's right smack in the middle of the wand. So it looks like this, and right smack in the middle of that angle is a hole. And I don't know why, but it actually is nice for not getting too much product. So I wonder if that was what their intent was. As you put it on, you're not getting too much product. And I think if it was just a straight doe foot, because it's so pigmented, it might be too much product. That's my guess. So that wore really well. And the eyeshadows also wore really well. There's a tiny bit of creasing, but that's kind of standard for me. So I'm going to zoom you in and let you see that. So you can see that there is some creasing kind of in the inner corner here, but not a ton. And then the last thing, and I should have mentioned it when I was zoomed in, but the smudge stick, the shadow stick, that stayed put right where I put it. I'm looking in my mirror to make sure that I am not lying to it. I tried to like really examine it before. So it really stayed put. I feel like these are very nice, but again, all I did was test it here. I certainly didn't test it on the lid at this point. And I could do more in-depth review, but this, as the title says, was just some first impressions. So yeah, I'm really impressed with these shadows. I will say I don't appreciate the packaging so much. I feel like this would come loose very easily. I wouldn't travel with this. And these, in case anybody is curious, you definitely could depot these, but these are bigger than a MAC shadow, so they wouldn't fit in any of your standard kind of palette, but certainly you could put it in a Z palette. So at any rate, if you guys have any questions on anything, please go ahead and list it below. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before, so let me know what you think about that. Just kind of curious what your feedback is. And yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!